Welcome back to It's Your Business with Tracy Ellis, and I had a great time talking with AJ Vogler with Secure24, and now I am joined by John Leach, the president of OneSource. How are you doing today, John?
Fantastic. How are you?
I am doing great, and I'm so glad that you're back on the show. I think that your company is one of my favorite out there right now because it's such a great concierge service and free for all of my clients.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, if you have not heard of OneSource, I tell all of my clients who have recently sold their home, call right away, because what they do is they set up all of your utilities, even cable, internet, everything. If there is something they cannot set up, they also help you and advise you on what you need to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Our core strengths are helping folks connect those things they hate to connect, like the gas, water, electric. Nobody likes to sit on hold and go through all of those gyrations of setting up and talking to those folks and trying to share information and being asked 100 times the same question over and over again, or just sitting and listening to beautiful music. But on the opposite end of that, there are some companies that, we can't help connect. So those companies are typically your smaller water companies, smaller electric companies, co-ops, businesses of that ilk. They're going to require that the customer get in contact with them. Maybe the customer has to fill out a special form, or maybe the customer has to come in and show a driver's license, or their closing paperwork, et cetera. They're going to have some proof of owning the home. So in those situations, we give the customer specific instructions on some of the shortcuts they can take to make sure that is an efficient process for them as well.
Yeah, as a real estate agent, and I can't stress enough to all of the realtors out there, you should definitely get in touch with John Leach, because this is a great service. Again, as a realtor, we love to offer things to our clients, and this is free. So you should all be calling John to find out what you need to do to refer your clients to OneSource, because it is such a time saver. When you're moving, you have no time, and sitting on the phone with all these utility companies sometimes can take hours. I know a lot of people, when I did it, it took me the whole day of making phone calls. So to have one phone call with the company who takes care of it all for you and then calls you back and emails you to let you know what's going on is priceless.
Yeah, we're a pair of hands.
Yeah, it's great. And as John also mentioned, which as a real estate agent, I know any realtors out there that are listening have had this happen also. A lot of times we have clients that are so overwhelmed, with moving. It's just, it takes up so much time. You forget what you're even doing. But what's great about them is even when they're discussing this with the client, setting it up, sometimes there will be a utility company such as water. I went through this myself when I moved last year. Some water companies will want you to come fill out a form and sign it. Some even require a deposit. And in that situation, OneSource advises them what they need to do, sends them an email. But, I had a situation recently where a client forgot all of that and unfortunately was in a little bit of panic. But we were able to get that worked out right away. But what was great is OneSource even records the conversation because, they realize it is an overwhelming time for the customer. And they also send them an email after the conversation. So it's great that you have that, it recorded. So even though they thought you didn't advise them of that, you were able to say, yeah, I did. You just forgot because you were overwhelmed.
Right. And, there's really no polite way to say that, you weren't listening.
Right.
So in those cases, we got to be able to go back with the client and let them know that, hey, yes, we did our part in this. And again, whether we did our part or not, we're still going to make the right decisions. There are some companies that would say, hey, we did what we needed to do, buzz off, right? Then there's companies like mine that if I caught someone doing that, it'd be a whole different conversation. So we have a level of commitment there that we're going to follow through with it, whether it be a Saturday night, Friday night, whatever it is. Whether I need to get involved, whatever level, it could be something simple as they didn't get a call back. Whatever that it is, we're going to take care of it.
And that's what I was so impressed with. I know when I got that call, it was a Friday evening. I was leaving dinner with my family and called you, I think, at 8 o'clock at night. and within 15 minutes you were calling me back saying, I listened to the recording, this is what happened, I'm going to call the customer, and you were even on your way to dinner. So I appreciate you doing that on a Friday night at 8:30.
Yeah, and the customer was appreciative as well. I mean, sometimes they forget things that they need to do, and luckily in this whole big scheme of things is that they were able to talk to one source and get a clear picture on what needed to happen,
right?
Versus wait until Monday morning and trying to figure out what went on.
Yes, and explain to people why you're able to offer this completely free.
Yeah, absolutely. This business model is based on connecting those core items that I talked about: the gas, water, electric, and the phone, TV, internet, and alarm systems. We get compensated. I get compensated from those companies like the cable companies, the satellite companies, the alarm companies. Understand that from the gas, water, and electric, depending on the area that we're in, we don't get compensated for that. So I call that the hook in our business, because that's really what folks do not want to get involved with most of the time. And folks are learning more and more that the people they're talking with on the phone, and no indictment on these folks, yet they're hired in to sell. Right? We're hired in to be customer service reps. So our people are giving folks an option of all of the service providers that are available and doing side-by-side cost comparisons for all of those items to save the customer both functionally, to meet those needs functionally, whatever their family's needs are as it relates to cable, but also as affordability or financially. So there's no charge for our service because we are compensated by those companies like the Charters or the AT&Ts, the Comcasts, et cetera.
Yeah, I think it's just an amazing service. I'm so disappointed I did not know about it sooner, being in real estate for almost 15 years. I cannot believe that I didn't learn about it until this year. Well,
yeah. We don't do a lot of until here recently. It's been 5 years now, and I guess I got enough money I can get on the radio now. But, as you built your business, Tracy, it takes time to fill the corporate coffers, right? So we've been doing that, pumping all of our money back into our business, and here we are today able to bring such a great, solid, customer service-oriented service to our clients, and not some scheme or any machinations to drive revenue plays. Right. We're actually here as a customer service arm for our clients, and in the process of that, customers utilize us for connecting those items that we get paid for.
Well, I can't imagine your business not continuing to grow incredibly, being on the radio and promoting this, because anybody that is moving that would not call one source, I mean, that's just crazy to me, because it's completely free and it saves you time. And again, give the number of who they need to call to get this done.
Well, they can call me personally, or they call the office at 877-274-8632.
Okay, and also I want to stress to people, don't wait until 2 days prior to moving in to do this. I mean, it takes a lot of time, as we all know, to get this set up. So they also need time to get this set up. So they would like at least 2 weeks' notice to get this set up, correctly?
Right, and any referring parties would want to keep that in mind too, because this is about bringing a level of customer service to your clients, right? And if you're extending the information or submitting the information for your client, in a short time period, they may not get the level of experience had we've gotten the information earlier in the game.
Right. So please call them 2 weeks in advance of moving into the home, because they want to make you happy and get everything done right. And if there is something that you need to go set up yourself, like water, you need to have the time to also do that. So give yourself that time. Plus, they'll also talk to you or refer you to Secure 24 if you want to get an estimate for an alarm system.
Yeah, I mean, we work with several companies, Secure 24 being our biggest recommended company, our most recommended company, for several reasons. They bring to the table just much more of a more comprehensive offering than you're going to get with any other provider. And of course, I watch a lot of the news pieces across the country, and one particular scenario rang in my head. Having a family. Guy walks into the gal's house and just starts beating her to death in the living room. It's all over the news. It was crazy.
You're kidding.
No, and the next scene you see the next day they're installing a security system. Well, they had a nanny cam set up so they could see what was happening in the house, but the next morning there are ADT trucks there. So when it comes to that critical time where you need your system to perform, folks don't go with Barney Fife Security. They go with ADT. So ADT is a trusted name, and that's why we do that. In concert with ADT is Secure 24. It's a solid local company that has got an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, Angie's List reviews. So it's just a great company.
It really is. And also I want to stress to agents out there that you even offer a referral fee to an agent if they refer a client to you, correct?
Well, not so much to the agent, but to agencies.
Okay.
There's some RESPA questions. Sometimes RESPA has some questions for us. So we don't get involved with paying kickbacks like some of your MLM companies. I don't want to get on that soapbox, but I've been getting a lot of questions on whether we're an MLM company, and we're not. We're not here to take advantage of the customer and get the paying services. We're here to service them as a customer service arm. So we don't pay or kick back to agents. Just it violates some other rules that we don't want to get involved in. So it just goes
directly to their broker office.
If we have a situation set up with that, then yes.
Okay.
We do have those available.
But, I've never even thought about that or care about it. So you and I've never discussed that, because for me it's just about giving my clients the best that I can and something to save them time. Yeah, and
I'm just glad you asked the question, because some folks may have had that on their mind, and to ease that pain, we don't get involved in any of those kickbacks and so forth.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So again, if you are making a move, please call OneSource. Do yourself a favor, save yourself all of that time. You can call John Leach direct at 888-789-9041. And what is the website, John?
Yeah, you can reach us at www.osc, Oscar Sam Charlie, OSC123.com.
Great company. And you can also go to my website, which I know a lot of people have been doing lately, at o'fallonmorealtor.com, and emailing me direct to ask for the businesses on the show's contact information. So if you did not get that, please visit my website at o'fallonmorealtor.com, and I will be happy to forward you their contact information. I want to thank you, John and AJ, for coming back in today. It's always great having you here.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. And again, call Secure 24 ADT or OneSource if you are making a move. And if you're not moving right now and you just want to upgrade your home, call Amazing Siding and Windows for a free estimate on siding and windows. You can reach them direct at 1-800-4SIDING. That's 1-800-4SIDING. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will be back next weekend with It's Your Business with Tracy Ellis.
Thanks for listening to It's Your Business with Tracy Ellis, brought to you by Amazing Siding and Windows. Since 1993, Amazing Siding and Windows has been professionally installing the best windows and house siding products all over the St. Louis area. For a free, no-obligation estimate, call Amazing Siding and Windows at 800-4SIDING. That's 800-4-SIDING.
Call Amazing Siding and you'll never paint again. Never.
If you would like to have your business featured on It's Your Business with Tracy Ellis, call Tracy at 636-299-3702. That's 636-299-3702. Or go to o'fallonmorealtor.com for contact information. Tracy will be back next Sunday morning at 10 with another edition of It's Your Business with Tracy Ellis, brought to you by Amazing Siding and Windows.